So let me get this straight. You guys didn't want to verify signatures when it came to the 2020 election, but you guys want to verify signatures when it comes to the movement to recall Gavin Newsom. That's what y'all telling me right now. So guys, in case you haven't heard, the signature count for the recall of Gavin Newsom, California's governor, has reached 1.5 million signatures. Now, Gavin Newsom says he's not nervous. So he's not nervous. He's not afraid. You know, there might be a special campaign, a special election, something like that. But because apparently they also did a recall Gavin Newsom in 2018 and go nowhere. It only got 62%, and now now it's 2021, and you know the recall for Gavin Newsom is still going because apparently some Californians love Gavin Newsom. Why? They can't. They probably can't even explain to you why. So I literally saw this last night, and I saw that. Yeah, I saw this last night, and I wanted to get a little things on it real quick. Okay, let's want to read this together. Recall Gavin Newsom campaign reaches enough interest to potentially trigger a special election. More than 1.5 million people have signed the petition, more than the required amount, Fox News has confirmed. Organizers of a campaign to recall Gavin Newsom, California Governor Gavin Newsom, say that they have obtained the required number of signatures to trigger a special election. The Secretary of State's office will need to process the signatures and determine that they are valid. Randy Economy, the senior advisor and official media spokesman for Recall Gavin 2020, told Fox News on Saturday that the campaign has received around 1,509,000 signatures. More than the required amount. Organizers said they expect to have 1.6 million signatures by Sunday. Now, like I said, during the 2020 election, they with the whole mail-in voter thing, they ain't want any people have asked for ballot signatures. And a lot of these states said no. If it's for Joe Biden, we gonna give it to Joe Biden whether or not the signature matches or not. And a lot of people are kind of pissed off about that fact. I see it on Twitter, not so much on Facebook because I'm not really on Facebook anymore. Yeah, but it's mostly Twitter. And my thing is, why? Apparently, so when it comes to a Democrat, you guys want signature verifications. You for recalling Gavin Newsom, you guys now want signature verifications, but you guys didn't even bother processing all that when it came to the 2020 election. Whether it was for Donald Trump or not. Whether it was for Joe Biden and signature verifications or whether it was for Donald Trump signature verifications. It does not matter. What matters is that you guys now want signature verifications. When it comes to recalling California Governor Newsom. So what do you guys literally want? Do you want signatures to match when it comes to electing officials like governors, senators, and presidents, or you don't? Because by reading this, it says like you want signature verifications now. Let's keep reading. Organizers are aiming for 2 million signatures by mid-March due to the verification process of the campaign seeking a comfortable margin. The group noted that there was a 25% disqualification rate among signatures collected last time. We are not there yet. We want to take the opportunity to celebrate the milestone along the way, but our job is not done. We are working as hard as today as we were yesterday, and we're going to work harder tomorrow. Economy told Fox News. And if it wasn't for this amazing group of volunteers that have dedicated so much of their lives, we wouldn't have gotten to this point. Oren Hetal, the campaign's lead proponent, said he is confident in the work recall Gavin 2020 has done, but doesn't want to become complacent. We are going to continue working until the very end. We have run through the tape, Hetal said. A spokesperson for a news office did not immediately return to Fox News request and comment. Former San Diego mayor signed a petition to recall Gavin Newsom. We need a change now. California recall initiatives are not uncommon, though they rarely make it out onto the ballot, which is kind of true. Apparently, this day happened in 2018 to recall Gavin Newsom, and you know he's still there. However, people may be particularly displeased this year with Newsom, who has faced criticism over a number of recent events, including for violating his own strict coronavirus restrictions when he attended an indoor dinner party late last year. Attendees at the expensive restaurant gathering were seated closely and were not wearing masks. The California governor eventually apologized for the incident, deeming it a bad mistake. That was a mistake. That was on purpose. We all seen that. Senior advisor and official media spokesman for the campaign, suggesting in a previous interview with Fox News that supporters of the movement believe that the governor mismanaged the coronavirus situation, added that many small business owners in the states, like restaurants, boutiques, shop owners, have completely lost their livelihoods, while big box stores like Target have been allowed to remain open. Newsom put corporate interests before the people of the United States. Okay, now let's go to this. Apparently, most of the recall signatures for Gavin Newsom have been California cop says here it is right here. California cop says Newsom recall driven by small business owners working people. A California police officer said urged his city council on Thursday to sign a petition to recall Governor Gavin Newsom because his administration represents the culmination of years of bad policy decisions that are hurting the state, which is true. Minimum wage is in New York and California makes it hard to live in freaking California and New York, and the homelessness in California and New York are one of the top states. It's a lot of homeless people in New York and Florida as well, but it's not because of bad policies like this. It's because some people chose not to work, and they minimum wage. While I was living in Florida, they minimum wage wasn't bad. It was still the same. So like I said, they minimum wage came from either not wanting to work or some of the circumstances. But yeah, the freaking minimum wage in Florida is not freaking $16. Which in California causes a lot of homelessness. That's why a lot of people are moving away from California and into basically red Republican-run states. Yet they want to bring forth they blue state agendas to the red states. Do not do that. Do not do that. Yeah, so I met Adam Garcia, who has worked in law enforcement for nearly 20 years, cited failed policies that have made the state a safe haven for criminals, which is true. California is a safe haven for illegal immigrants. I'm not saying all of them cause crimes, but there is a small portion of them that causes crime and that commits crimes and makes it worse for everybody else. Cited failed policies that have made the state a safe haven for criminals and caused violence to skyrocket. Problems that have been made worse by the pandemic and Newsom's response on it. And apparently here's his Twitter. Newsom has failed California. Police officer calls on Chino City Council to sign a petition to recall Gavin Newsom. This officer cites buildings closing down, public safety concerns regarding the early release of criminals. Like I said, what he's referring to is I'm guessing he's referring to that law that says you ain't gotta pay bail or something like that. That's immediately releases criminals into back onto the streets, like I think Mayor Bill de Blasio did in New York City, and freaking Andrew Cuomo. That's a really terrible policy that some of these guys have did. That's just plain old stupid. It's getting bad out there. We are starting to see the culmination of a bunch of bad policies and state laws that have been in place for the last 10 years now, Garcia said. Now it's being combined with bad leadership in terms of how the government is running California. Yeah, Garcia downplayed the idea that the recall against Newsom is being driven by partisan politics and is instead being driven by small business owners and working people who Newsom's administration has failed to help during the pandemic. Newsom's job was to help us return to life as normal as possible while safely maneuvering through COVID. As he just shut everybody down, Garcia said, and so I think what you're seeing right now is the totality of everything. Business owners have a different reason not to trust them. Schools have a different reason not to trust them. If you look at everybody through California, all have a different type of background that's leading to the decision to want him recalled. Like I said, is Gavin Newsom going to be recalled? Probably not, because like I said, the last time I think it was in 2018. Yes, he had a 62% recall vote, and he's like I said, he's still the governor right now. I don't know when he's going to get he's up for re-election, but it's not looking good for Gavin Newsom right now. If apparently all the small business owners and all the working class in California is turning against Gavin Newsom, it's gonna look pretty bad for him, because the college dropouts and the freaking hippies are not gonna help Gavin Newsom. They're not. So let me guys know what y'all think. Do y'all think Gavin Newsom is going to be recalled? And are you with Gavin Newsom? If you are, tell me why in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I'll see y'all next one. Peace.